Hello everybody, I hope everyone is doing well and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. I have a lot of products here that are new to the market, like the new Tower 28 glosses and some of the new Colourpop goodies, which I'm really excited about. I'm really looking forward to see what I come up with today. So before we get into today's video, I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already. It means so much to me, and let's get to it. So I'm starting off with my foundation and concealer done already just because I didn't have anything new. The products I used were all by Rare Beauty since I'm testing out these products this month. I used the illuminating primer and the foundation in the shade 190W, same with the concealer. Now let's get into the newness. Milk Makeup just launched this Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray, which I'm really excited about. I kind of wish that they launched this at the beginning of summer just because that's when we really need our makeup to stay put. I will welcome this whenever because I am such a fan of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. That was so extra. It has a really nice spray. It feels really nice. Kind of woke me up, which I really needed right now. And it says here that it's alcohol free, which is really nice because a lot of setting sprays tend to have alcohol. And I did spray this on my face when I had no makeup when I first received it, and it did feel exactly like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, so that was really interesting. So I have high hopes for this, and the packaging is really cute. It has a really nice spritz as well. I put a lot on, so I'm just gonna fan dry my face a little bit first, and then I'm gonna take my beauty blender to make my peach fuzz sit back down. So now for my bronzer, I'm going to be using this one right here. It's the Illamasqua Gel Sculpt in the shade Silhouette. I'm very intrigued by this product and also kind of intimidated and unsure if it's actually going to work. It looks like a charcoal stick in the actual product. It's so dark. But once you swatch it, it looks like a very sheer, interesting product. Like I have nothing like this in my collection, nor have I seen anything like this before, so that's really interesting. It almost looks like a self-tanner. So I think I'm gonna try it in a few different ways. I'm gonna first swipe it across my cheek here. It has a really cooling sensation. Excuse me, these little hairs are ruining my life. I'm going to blend it out with this Sephora Precision foundation brush as always, and I just washed it so it doesn't have any cross-contamination. Since a lot of my vacations got canceled due to COVID, I was thinking of just going on a little trip by myself to the mountains and vlogging it, and it would be my first vlog up on my second channel. I really want that second channel just to be like travel vlogs, or when I really feel like vlogging if there's anything special happening in my life. I just want that channel to be a special place for all of my memories I want to cherish and things like that. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I think that would be really cool. Now I just tried taking it off with the brush first, and I'm gonna do a little tapping motion. I did see over here that it kind of removes the foundation in a weird way, so maybe this product would be better for like no foundation days. I was also thinking about doing like a fall lookbook. I've never done anything fashion related on my channel yet, but fall fashion is when I come alive. I don't really like summer clothes, nor do I like really hefty winter clothes either, so it might be fun. Let me know on that as well. It might be kind of refreshing to do something a little different on my channel. So far with this stuff, it's not really my favorite. I really like the color, and I like how see-through it is. It's very sheer. I just don't like how it is kind of tedious to apply. I feel like there's so many better products on the market that you don't have to struggle with it to get it to work. I feel like this one I wouldn't really trust on an everyday basis. I feel kind of nervous when I approach it, but I'll definitely try it when I'm not wearing any foundation. Maybe that would be better. Now for highlighter, I decided to pick up another shade of the Rare Beauty highlighters. I picked up the shade Flaunt. I'm just gonna quickly swatch it. I did swatch it before, and it looks like it's gonna leave an undercast on me, which is too bad. I saw it swatched on a few other people online who are closer to my skin tone, so I don't know what happened there, but I feel like that would be a perfect summer shade for me, but I still want to use it today. So I'm going to mix it in with another shade. This is the shade Enlighten. I'm just going to apply it with my finger. I really like this formulation. I don't find it to be glittery at all. I just really like how thin and how natural it looks on the skin when you apply a very sheer amount of it. You can build it up to a very bright, intense highlight moment. Just for my preferences, I really like just a very sheer amount of it. I think it looks so stunning and natural. I like those colors mixed too. It gives more of a rose gold effect, which is really neat. This is what the color looks like on my skin with those two mixed. Also, I just wanted to quickly apologize for my sudden break I had. It was the last week of hot weather here, so I just wanted to enjoy that with my family. So I went out to the lake and hung out with my mom. I got to see Molly for a little bit. Molly is my niece, by the way, if you were newer here. And also my dad came down to visit. He lives in Calgary, so it was nice to see him as well. I got a few things done. I got my couch delivered, same with my media table, so I just needed to get that sorted. But I'm definitely back. Fall has definitely hit Alberta like a pile of bricks. All the trees are already yellow. It's freezing, it's so gloomy. Now for blush, I have two options here, which I'm really excited about. I have this one from Wet n Wild. It looks like a stunning fall shade, but it still has a hint of that sunburn tone through it. This is the shade Mellow Wine. And I also have this one from Honest Beauty. It's a cream formulation. I've been really excited to try this out too. This is the Cream Cheek Blush in the shade Rose Pink. They're quite similar, to be honest, but this one just has a little bit more of a rusty hue to it. I'm going to be using this Colourpop Little Ray of Sunshine palette today, so I'm just gonna hold them up to the palette, see which one kind of suits it better. Definitely the Wet n Wild one has that rust in it. I'm going to be applying this blush with the Moda Pro Radiance brush. Ooh, this with this top too. Perfect match. This seems like a blush I would love to over apply. This is a good color. Last night me and my cousins watched this very spooky show. It was really good. I highly recommend it. It was called Delirium. I never watched it. It's on Netflix, but holy crap, does it ever put you inside of someone's head who has mental illness. It was so spooky. I still kind of feel shook about it. It was really good. Highly recommend if you like spooky shows. Also, leave your spooky recommendations in the comments down below because I'm in that mood now. So now it's eye time. Since the base is all finished, I'm going to quickly prime my eyes with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter eye primer as always. So while I do that and zoom you guys in, please enjoy the intermission. I actually had this sitting on my desk, which I really want to try out. It's the Colourpop Moonbeam Cream Eyeshadow. I really want to see if it's comparable to the Tom Ford one or even the old MAC ones that they used to have. So I think it's going to be a nice base as well to this palette. I feel like I could get some really interesting fall looks with this. We'll see what happens. So I'm first going to use this Melt Cosmetics 818 brush. And I'm just going to dip into this a little bit. And I'm first going to blend this out into the crease. It does feel a little bit more dry than other cream eyeshadows I've tried, but that's okay. Could be good for oilier eyelids too. Now I'm going to switch over my brush to an Anastasia A3 brush, just so I could pack this onto the lid. It has kind of more of a pinky hue than I was expecting. It definitely dries down a lot quicker than other cream shadows, so just something to be wary about as well. And I'm gonna take this smaller brush. It's a Nabla pointed crease, and I'm going to bring that on the lower lash line. I hope to see them come out with a lot more shades in these, because the ones that they did launch in the Wild Nothing collection were very light toned. Like this one was the deepest one, so I'd like to see them expand that, maybe bring out some more interesting colors as well, because these would serve as wonderful bases to colorful eye looks as well. I quickly pulled out my Tom Ford Emotion Proof eye color in the shade Abyssinian just to see how it compared color-wise to the Colourpop one. This is Abyssinian right here, and this is, what is this called? Moonbeam. So this one definitely has a pinker hue, whereas this one's a little bit more yellow toned. I do prefer this one just for my specific tastes and skin color. But there you go, just in case if you were wondering. It does feel extremely sticky on the eyelids. That's one thing I'm really noticing. It's kind of annoying. And it is kind of bunching up in some areas, so I don't know if this is a fave. Okay, this has been on for like 5 minutes. I just wanted to see if that sticky factor ever went away. It is unbearably sticky. I don't like it at all. But I'm going to go in with the palette. Hopefully it'll just kind of set it, and we'll forget about that. I'm first gonna dip into the shade Sunnies, which is the middle yellow shade with the Anastasia A25. I really hope this palette is kind of similar to their older formulation. From what I've seen in their newer palettes, it hasn't been the best. So I'm hopeful. I really want this one to work because it looks stunning. So I'm gonna just put this in the inner portion. I'm just going to wipe off that brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Vibey right here. And I'm going to bring that on the rest of the crease. I've been wanting to play with mustard yellows again, so this is the perfect palette to do so. There's a lot of mustard tones in here. I'm now going to take this Royal Langnickel smudger brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Sun Giant, which is the deepest brown in the palette, and I'm going to use this on the outer portion. These actually feel quite smooth and pigmented rather than the other Colourpop palettes, but that could be because I'm using a base today as well. I'm gonna have to use this palette over the course of this month. I see myself using this one a lot. Like, this palette really ignites something within me. It really just calls out fall. Taking this eye highlighter brush with the shade Vibey once again, just to kind of help blend this area out. I'm now going to try to set the entire lid with this shade right here, Chillin'. Might bring some cool dimension. Has like a really nice maroon red. Ooh, that's cool. I just look like a fall leaf. And I think for the innermost portion, I'm gonna take that yellow again here. Maybe fade it into Vibey once again in the center here. And they also came out with some Super Shocks in the collection as well. I have this shade Flower Child right on my desk here, which I think I'm gonna use as my inner corner highlight. Whoa, that is intense. I'm just gonna catch this eye up to speed and I will be right back. So here are the eyes with just eyeshadow. Oh my god, I always do this. I forgot the inner corner. That is a really pretty Super Shock eyeshadow though. It's very intense. Look at that. I really like how it's see-through and then when the light hits it, it's super intense. So with this palette, I did notice that there is an unusual amount of kickback for a Colourpop eyeshadow. So I can see that they definitely switched up the formulation. I don't know if you can see it. I thought that was important to note. It doesn't super bother me. Like, that's not something that turns me away from a palette, to be honest. I feel like it just makes the eyeshadows sometimes a little bit more pigmented. But if that's something that you can't stand, it's just important to mention. So now I'm just going to quickly do some mascara. The mascara I'm going to be using is the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl. I've never tried any of their mascaras before, so this is very exciting to me. I really like this brush because it's nice and curved, so it's going to hug the natural curve of my eye. I definitely built this side up a little bit too much. I started getting clumping and I was trying to remove that, but I just caused more clumps. So I'm going to take this velour tool. It has like this really intimidating side to it. I'm going to comb through to remove those clumps. I think that was my bad because this side looks really good. Here are the eyes all finished. I super love them. I feel like a little maple leaf. So now for the lips, I have a lot of fall launches here I'm all so excited about, so I'm gonna be troubled with this section. So I first got the Tower 28 new glosses, the Just Add Milky collection. Here they are swatched. They all look so nice. The Tower 28 original glosses are some of my top favorites of all time. They just feel so nourishing, and all the good things about glosses, they've got them. So just to name the shades here, just in case you're curious, this one right here is called Almond. This one right here is Coconut. This one is Cashew, and the bottom one here is Oat. And I also received the new MAC Powder Kiss liquid lip colors. They came out with a lot of fun fall shades. Look at these. So gorgeous. These are the other ones as well, so there's really fun tones within this collection. And the last few are from Makeup Forever. I got these ones. They have a really interesting packaging. Once they open up, they're just like a normal lipstick tube. So they have some really fun fall colors too, so I'm very torn. I'm first gonna try out this gloss right here, the Tower 28 Cashew gloss. I'm so happy that they launched more shades in their glosses. They just are unlike anything else. They're just so nice on the lips. I just can't get enough. I really want to try one of the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks. I didn't super love the bullet of their Powder Kiss, so I'm really happy they came out with a liquid version. This is the shade Sorry Not Sorry. Whoa, this is very, very orange. They have a really unique applicator. Let me try to scrape some of off so you can see. It's like a little ball at the tip, and it's kind of like an hourglass shape, which is nice. I'm sure this is to make more of like a blurred effect on the lip lines. It feels quite similar to the Rare Beauty lip souffles, but just more sheer. I really, really like this texture. This color is definitely not it for this look. I'm gonna have to play around with the other colors to see which looks best. But that is a really, really nice texture. I really like that. I love a good liquid lipstick in the fall months. Just I really like that intensity. But this is much more comfortable than a classic liquid lipstick like the ABH ones or anything like that. And I like how there's a blurred lip line as well. I feel like the harsh lines sometimes are a little bit too artificial looking for me, which this one looks really easy to the eyes on the skin, if that makes any sense. I really don't like this color with this look, so I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm just gonna pop off camera and figure out what I want to do, what direction I want to go in. So since the eyes are a little bit more intricate and interesting, I'm going to go in with one of the Tower 28 glosses. I'm going to use the shade Cashew once again, and I'm going to line my lips first with the NYX Natural Lip Liner. But before I do so, I did decide to swatch a lot of the other MAC lipsticks I have. They all look so stunning. I really like this formulation. It's really interesting. So moving back to the lips, taking the shade Natural. I like that combo. That was a perfect match. So here is the finished final look. I really, really like how everything turned out. I don't think I was really disappointed in too much today. I think I found a lot of good gems. I think I'm going to pop off camera and kind of decide my final thoughts and all of that, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go in order of application. So the first thing I went in with was the Illamasqua bronzer. I think I would pass on this one for sure. It's a little tedious to use. I will give them points for being really unique and interesting, that's for sure. I just don't think it performed very well, and it was hard to blend out or work with, I found, over foundation. It kind of removed it and picked up areas of my base, which I didn't really enjoy. So I will try this again on a no makeup day, and if you've had this and I used it wrong, please let me know in the comments down below, or how you love to use this. But yeah, I think for me today, so far for my first impression, I would not pick it up, but I will continue and I'll give it another try one time. Following up was the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. I definitely felt like there was some gripping action because my hair felt like I sprayed some hairspray in there. This is something I'm definitely going to have to test over the next month or so to see if it actually works and prolongs the wear of my makeup. But so far so good. I really like how there's not much of a scent either. It's very, very light. It smells exactly like the Hydro Grip Primer, if you're familiar with that. I really love the packaging as well, and the blue and the green. I don't know. It looks really pleasing to the eye. So I see myself using this one a lot since there isn't any alcohol in it. It's very promising to me. So far so good, but I will have to update you since I've only been wearing this makeup for a little bit. Next up was another one of my Rare Beauty highlighters. Sadly, I did have to mix this one in, but I already love the Rare Beauty highlighters. I've been using them like crazy ever since I received them. Still on my favorites list, and now I'm happy I have more of a tan golden-y shade in my collection. This one would probably be best suited for medium skin tones, I'd say, but I'm happy I can mix it in with my really light one or my really golden one. Next up, I think, is one of my favorite products of the day, which was the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine Blush. Every time I look at my face, my eyes go directly to my cheek color. It's definitely my favorite thing. I really adore this color. The formulation was nice and buildable as well. It wasn't intense pigmentation right off the bat, which I really, really enjoy. And it looks quite nice over top of everything. It almost looks like a cream on the skin, especially once I layered a little bit of this on top of it. I see myself using this one a lot. Highly recommend it. For the Colourpop Moonbeam Cream Eyeshadow, I will have to say it's not my favorite. It was very, very sticky and tacky on the eye. It did blend out quite beautifully, so I think I would keep it around just as a base product because I think it did make my eyeshadow pop a little bit more today. But if you're going to be wearing this alone, good luck. It was very, very sticky, and I just don't see myself ever using it alone, which is too bad because I really wish this was a good dupe for the Tom Ford Abyssinian, but too stick for me. Moving right along to the Little Ray of Sunshine Colourpop palette. I'm really, really happy to see that this one has some good pigmentation and consistency across the eyeshadows as well. And I find that they show up on the eyes true to color as well. A lot of the other ones I've tried from Colourpop recently, the shadows don't perform very well. I found that the quality has super gone downhill ever since they really started to launch collections each week. But with this one, it kind of gives me old Colourpop vibes, which I'm really, really excited about. I really love how it's an all matte palette. I see myself picking this one up a lot. And I'm really happy to see that they stopped using the plastic containers for their palettes, and there's no mirror in here as well, so it's a nice, easy, recyclable one as well. I'm not someone who uses mirrors and palettes that often, so I don't really care about that. So this one, I see a lot of good things coming out of this. I would recommend this one. It seems great, and I think that there is a good amount of depth in here as well. I kind of wish that there was maybe one deeper shade in here that would replace one of these light tones up here. I just see myself using these 6 shades for sure. For the Dior mascara, I see myself using this one a lot. It was volumizing and lengthening, which I love. I did build it up too much on this eye, but it was an easy fix because of that velour thing right there. But I think my lashes look fantastic, and they don't feel like they're going to crumble at any moment. They feel really nice and stayed in place. So I'll definitely have to update you. I'll be testing this guy out, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about their mascara, so I'm really happy I finally have one in my hands. Now moving on to the Tower 28 glosses, I'm really happy that they're the same formulation as their original ones. They just have a little bit more pigmentation and that milky color running through it. I think this is a fantastic gloss. I highly recommend their glosses. They're some of my favorites. I think in my top 3, 100%. I just adore them. They just feel so nice and silky on the lips. They almost feel just like a nourishing balm. They're just very slippy. There's no stickiness whatsoever, and they don't migrate around your lips at all. They stay put, and they last a very long time for a gloss. I can eat with them and they'll still stay quite a bit. Some glosses you just have one bite of food and then they just slip, or you eat your whole gloss, I don't know. But these ones are fantastic. I really love the Tower 28 glosses. They're definitely my #1 favorite from their brand. Highly recommend, love them. And then the last product here was the Power Kiss Liquid Lip Color from MAC. I'm really, really intrigued by them. I'm going to have to test them out a little bit more. I really like how there was an impact of color, but it was still a little bit more sheer, and it looked quite blurred as well. So I see myself using these a lot over the fall. So that concludes today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful and fun. If you did, please give this video a like. It would help me out so very much. I'll make sure to link all of these products in the description down below as always, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye!